try to wing this without notes, but Daniel, I wanted to have a reserve here.
I should have been quicker and said, oh, I didn't bring it.
All right. So, this lady walks into her gynecologist. All right, this looks a lot better. Okay, I want to thank you all for attending tonight. We really appreciate it, especially those from out of town. I know it's quite an effort traveling these days. It just wouldn't be the same without you. It would have been a lot less expensive, but what the heck, I don't mind working a few more years. I don't buy drinks very often, so help yourself tonight. But on a serious note, we do want to make sure everybody's safe going home tonight. We have a couple of vans that will be available at the end of the evening. We're going to have a sign-up sheet near the guest book there if you're interested in taking advantage of that. I know a lot of the bridal party will be in there, but we have extra seats. And if that doesn't work for some reason, we certainly can arrange an Uber. I just don't want anything happening tonight that would not be good. So if you have any questions about that, just see me at any time tonight. I want to take this time to do some introductions. I'm sorry, I'm covering you guys up here. Okay, so Jay's mother, Dawn, here, raise your hand. She showed me the speech last night at the rehearsal dinner. It was very, very nice. A little teary-eyed there. Jay's stepfather, Brian. Jay's sister, Anya. Raise your hand. Jay has another sister, Nastasia, that is not here tonight, but I believe she was at the wedding. So Jay has two sisters. Jay's grandmother, Gail, and her husband, Joe. Oh, yeah. And on Elizabeth's side, we've got my lovely wife, Jane. Daniel is one of Elizabeth's brothers over here. This is over here. We also have the pleasure tonight of Jane's dad and Elizabeth's grandfather, Mr. Jim Gerson. Deacon Dave, are you still here? Thank you for all the effort you put into this wedding. You did a great job today. Father Chris at our parish was going to do the ceremony originally. He got called out of town, and fortunately Deacon Dave was available on short notice. We really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Told myself I wanted to get like this. I want to say a special thank you to my wife too. Jane, she spent so much time on this wedding. I don't know why am I getting so emotional. Her and Elizabeth spent a lot of hours on this. Also, Jane thought it would be a great idea to remodel our house. And it's a little bit tough getting contractors these days, so Jane ended up basically being the general contractor and laborer as well. And it all came to conclusion 2 days ago. We got her own shower for the first time. Felt like a dormitory in our house. I'd be walking out the hall with a towel over her shoulder. Thank you so much, Jamie. I don't know how, she's working full time too and doing all this other stuff. It's crazy. I want to put a special thanks out to our neighbor Jill Tate. I can't believe how much work Jill's done with this wedding. She's helping Jane all the time. Plus, she did all the flower arrangements that you're seeing here this evening and at the wedding ceremony. They're just fantastic. Thank you so much, Jill.
Yeah, Jill.
It certainly wouldn't be the same without you. It would have been more expensive. So it kind of negates it. Also want to point out her husband Frank there. He's the best bartender in the neighborhood. That has nothing to do with bartending staff needs any help, just holler. Lori Augusta.
Yes.
I knew you were good. I wish I'd have known you were that good. We would have charged admission for the wedding. I mean, it was stunning. You did a fantastic job. Vic, you need to put her on the road, man. You were manager. Lori did all the music, or all the singing at the wedding. She just did a fantastic job. Thank you so much, Lori. Okay, so now I want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Lots of other people contributed. I'm not going to mention the whole list, but thank you so much to everybody that helped us out. Jay, I want to say thank you to you. No, really, thank you so much. We finally get to spend money on ourselves. Our family's gotten to know you very well. We've had lots of great dinners together and some nice conversations over some good whiskeys. Jay knows his whiskey well, so that's a good trait right there. Jay has a great sense of responsibility. Will mentioned dependability. I didn't put that on my list, but you're so right there. Has a great work ethic. He came out of school working for a company named Baker Roofing, and has went up the ranks already, and he's doing great work there. Jay, good job. I have no reservations about you marrying Elizabeth, and I'm confident that she's met the right man. Also, you've done a great job raising this young man.
Thank you.
One little advice for you, Jay. I've got a good way to never forget your anniversary. Just forget one. And you'll never forget it. Trust me on that. I made it through that one, but that was tough. All right, next page here. Elizabeth, I'm so happy for you. You've married a great guy, and I'm sure you'll have a long and happy life together. The things that come to mind about you are your work ethic and your positive attitude. Also, I've never met anybody that manages their time better than you do. You have lots of things going on. Well, George Mason, basically you're working full time, actually a couple jobs during that. It's kind of funny, and by the way, I'm pretty sure she found out, you don't have to attest this, but I think she got all A's in her grad work at George Mason. In the morning, when she'd be she was home in remote schooling, in the morning she'd be getting ready for the day. And so she'd be eating breakfast, reviewing her homework at George Mason. And also she had this little part-time job where she reviewed professional educational videos for little kids. And I was always hearing these videos in the background, I was like, if Billy has one marble and Sally has two, how many marbles do they have all together? You've got to be hearing that in your head all the time. I know I do. And I was just overhearing her, but she's reviewing these videos. They're pretty funny. But that was one of her part-time works, and she would do it as she was doing other things. So that shows you how she can manage her time. Okay, and then when she'd be heading out in the morning, she'd be carrying her backpack, work stuff, and of course her athletic gear for whatever sporting event she'd be doing that night. So, carrying a lot of different, or juggling a lot of different balls. At Furman, she graduated on time in 4 years and played 4 years of softball. Also had many extracurricular activities. Some of those included police visits at the apartment, but we won't get into that. So, to the both of you, I'm positive not only you'll have a long and successful marriage, you both will have a very successful profession as well. All right, a couple stories here, and then I'll wrap it up. Before Jay and E were engaged, Jay would stay over at our house every once in a while, and he was in the bedroom across from Elizabeth's upstairs. So, unbeknownst to them, I'd sneak out of the bedroom every once in a while and kind of monitor the situation. And I never did find Jay in a place where he shouldn't have been. So that means one of two things. Jay is a fine, upstanding young man with a lot of character, or he's really smart. I figured either way, it's a plus for him. You don't have to tell me. So, and then Jay asked for Elizabeth's hand in marriage, came to us and talked about that, and I said, well, I might want to do a little due diligence. So I did a little background check. I went down to the Holly Springs Police Department. Jay grew up in Holly Springs, a small city near here, and I said, do you happen to know this young man, and is he well behaved? And they said, oh yeah, every time he spent the night here, he was very well behaved. So, I guess that's a positive. But what really nailed the coffin is Jay came to us one time and he wanted some advice. And he said, well, I'm thinking about selling my truck to save a little money for the wedding. And that was pretty impressive. Jay loved his truck. What was that, like a Chevy 3500 or 9500 or something? Was it 35? 50. It was big. Nice truck. And Jay's thinking about selling it. At the time, trucks were really selling nicely on the market, so he did well there. Had another vehicle to drive around in. So anyways, that was his pride and joy. And Jay loved his truck, but I guess the truck lost out to Elizabeth. So. I actually tried to talk him out of it. But he made the right decision in both aspects. Okay, so now, and my wife's gonna love this, I read someplace that I'm supposed to pass on some marriage advice. I do it, rolling her eyes, going, this guy doesn't have a clue. And she's probably right about that. So I did what anybody else would do in this situation, is that I went to Google. And I found a couple things. But before I talk about that, Jane wanted to pass on one very important thing. And she said, it's very important to listen, or something like that. I can't remember exactly what. It was very important. All right, so here's what I got. So I found a couple things that might be appropriate. Both are supposed to be a little humorous, but I think there's some truth to them as well. And I'll try to tie them together at the end. First thing, I'm sure you've probably heard this. They say that over the years, a woman will try to shape her husband into the perfect mate, whereas the man will hope his wife will stay the same as their wedding day. So, that's not too far away from the truth, I guess. Secondly, and I know you guys know, I like to have a nice glass of wine together. So, remember this about wine. Women are like fine wine because they are so complex. Men are like wine because they take a long time to mature. And marriage is like wine because it gets better with age. So, the point of all that is drink a lot of wine. No, but seriously, the point is that you will always have differences. Some you may understand, others you'll never understand. Some you'll resolve, and some you'll just need to accept. Those differences will lead to some interesting discussions. We'll call them discussions for now. But that keeps a marriage interesting. Just remember, during those discussions, when you're wrong, admit it, and when you're right, shut up. Okay, before I take a seat, I have one last task to perform, and it's a task that is both my honor and privilege. Everyone, please raise your glasses and join with me in congratulating the happy couple. May your love be modern enough to survive the times and old-fashioned enough to last forever. Here's to Tay and Elizabeth Kurt Garrett.